Alright guys, today we're taking a look at area of a regular polygon. So, as we start to look at this, we have some new terms here. So center of the polygon is the center of the circumscribed circle. So we're just going to kind of estimate the center here. It's probably about right here. That's the center of our polygon. The radius of a polygon is the radius of the circumscribed circle. So going from the center out to the edge of the circle. Notice I chose to go to one of those vertex points. That's going to help us. The apothem of a polygon is the distance from the center to any side of the polygon. I'm going to wait just a minute to draw that because I want to draw a central angle first. Central angle of a regular polygon is an angle formed by two consecutive radii. So if I draw another radius here, notice I have a central angle. It's going from the center out to those vertices. Now the apothem is the distance from the center to any side of the polygon. So remember when we are talking distance, it's always the perpendicular. So the apothem is going to be right here, that dashed line. It's going to form a right angle. Hopefully you noticed then that I formed an isosceles triangle there, and that apothem is the height of that triangle. That's going to help us when we find our area of the regular polygon in just a little bit. Okay, so in the diagram, ABCDEF is a regular hexagon inscribed in circle G. Find each angle measure. Well, I know the total degrees in a circle are 360. So if I want to find the measure of angle EGF, I need to think through how many of those angles can I draw. And since there are 6 sides, I can draw 6 different central angles. So I can do 360 divided by 6, and that gives me 60 degrees. Then the measure of angle EGH. Well, if EGF is 60, then EGH would be just half of that, or 30 degrees. Then it wants the measure of HEG. I'm going to go ahead and draw this out for us. So here's E, here's G, and here's H. I just said this is 30. Then we have the 90-degree right angle. So think about your triangles, has to add up to 180. That means HEG would have to be 60 degrees. That angle E right here in the corner has to be 60. Okay, the area of a regular n-gon with side length S is half the product of the apothem A and the perimeter P. So we have area is equal to half of the product of the apothem times the perimeter. And instead of half, I like to write it as divide by 2, but you could write half AP. Perimeter is going to be the side length, that's an S, not a 5, so the length of the side, times the number of sides that you have. So let's try one of these. Find the area of the regular pentagon. So immediately I'm going to write down this formula. A equals apothem times perimeter over 2. So I know the apothem. It's this vertical distance. But I don't know the perimeter yet. We can easily find it. The perimeter is the side length times the number of sides. And since we have a pentagon, we have 5 sides. So it's 50. So we have then 4 is our apothem, 50 is our perimeter, and we need to cut that in half or divide by 2. So 4 times 50 is 200 over 2, and we get 100. And then our label there would just be units squared. Let's try another. Okay, so a wooden coaster is a regular octagon with 3 centimeter sides and a radius of about 3.92 centimeters. What is the area of the coaster? Again, I'm going to write down A equals AP over 2. This time I want you to notice that we don't know the apothem. And we're going to have to do some work to find the apothem. So what I do see is a radius of 3.92. The whole side length, so this is also a 3.92, is 3, since it's a regular octagon. We need to find this vertical distance here. So if I wanted to, I can cut this down even further. This is still 3.92, but now this is 1.5, and I need the apothem. So I can set this up then. We have a right triangle is a squared plus 1.5 squared equals 3.92 squared. So a squared plus 2.25 is equal to 3.92 squared is 15.36624. Oh, 3664, sorry. I don't know where that 2 came from. So I'm going to subtract 2.25. So a squared is 13.1164. Take the square root on both sides. And a is approximately 3.62. So now I have the apothem. The other piece I need then is the perimeter. So perimeter is the side length times the number of sides. And since it's an octagon, I multiply by 8, so I get 24. So then the area is the apothem. So it should be an approximate 3.62 times the perimeter over 2. So I get about 43.44, and my label is centimeters, and it's area, so we square it. Alright, we are going to spend more time practicing this. This is a good start to regular polygon areas. So if you have questions, come in and see me. If not, I'll see you in class.